first video that I've ever made. And I decided I wanted to try out this budgeting community. I've been watching some of the videos online. They're very inspiring, and I want to be able to save money too and to build a better future for my kids, save for them, save for us. A little about me. I am a mom to 3 teenagers, so you can imagine how fun that is. And I've been married for 22 years. And so over the course of all this time, I've not really ever done anything strict-wise in regards to budgeting our money. And I think that I really should have done this way back in the day. And so I hope that this inspires you. If you're young still, like, do it now. This is when you should do it now, because if you did this from this point and 20 years later, I can't even imagine where you would be in regards to savings and being debt-free. Luckily for us, we're not really deep in debt or anything other than our house and our car, which I think is pretty standard. We just have one car debt. One of our other cars is completely paid off. So we don't have a lot of debt that we need to pay off. And so that's good in a way, so that I can start saving for things. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. I've watched plenty of videos and was inspired enough to try this out. Everything you're going to see in this video, I bought off of Amazon. I am an Amazon addict, so that is where I shop for pretty much anything that is not like groceries. That's how I live my life, especially in this day and age. Also, I should mention that we are a homeschooling mom, so you're going to see that a lot of our typical expenses are probably more higher than what you would see in any other person's videos, because we are home 24/7. We eat a lot more food. Other than my husband, he's the one that works and brings home the bread, and so he does a lot of driving, so his gas expenses are way more than what I've seen in any other YouTuber's video. And it always floors me. I'm like, how do they survive on just $20 a week? I don't get it. Or the same with groceries. Like, you are probably going to be astounded by the amount of groceries I buy every 2 weeks. It's pretty on up there. So anyway, without further ado, now that I've introduced myself, I just wanted to start my very first cash stuffing video. And I thought, what better time to do this? I've been thinking about it for a while, but what better time to do this than when the stimulus came in? Not only just the stimulus, but stimulus and our state refund. So we got quite a chunk of change. I'm not entirely sure what the bottom line is, but I know it's pretty close to like $8,000. And I'm not sure about you, but if you've never seen $8,000 in person, it looks something like this. It's a little ridiculous. I've never seen this before, so this is my first time seeing this much money in one go. So I'll be looking forward to using this in all of the envelopes I have here. I know realistically each paycheck I'm not going to be able to stuff every single one of these, because you'll see that I have quite a lot. But I wanted them here so that I can. Because if it's not here, it will skip my mind and I won't think about it. But if it is here and I notice that I haven't touched it in a couple of months, then maybe I can drop a couple of bucks inside of it just to do so. So anyway, you will notice that I have a lot of binders here. I have ST, which is for short term. So this is like my short term things, like beauty, going and getting haircuts, allowances, family fun, things that I know will be spent pretty regularly. And so it's very short term in regards to when it'll be emptied and refilled. Then I also have long term, which will be LT. And this is for things that are going to take a little bit longer to build up, but also to spend. So for instance, vacation. We go on vacation in September, so I need to fill this up in that amount of time from March to September to make sure that we have the money for our vacation. So it's longer term. It's not like something I'm going to spend next month or in a couple of months. It is more of like about a year span. So things like that, you know, that happen maybe once a year. So I want to be able to have a longer term thing so I don't get these, like, you know, confused. What's in this? What's in that? And then I have savings and JIC, which stands for just in case. I just didn't want to spell it all out, but this is for just in case. But I will explain this one first. This is savings. Obviously, you have savings, retirement, emergency fund, medical. I just threw that in here. But my kids' savings, you'll see they each have their own cars, and then any challenges, and then what needs to go back to the bank if they're spent out of it. So, and then my just in case, this is basically an entire month's worth of bills and expenses that I need to just put aside. So I want to actually fill this up with genuine real cash and then put this in a safe. Not going to disclose where, but somewhere in my house. But put this in a safe, locked away, and just in case. So if something ever happened, I know that I have an entire month's expenses, which includes grocery and gas and allowance and everything, and an entire month's worth of bills that I can pay in this and not have to worry about it. You never know. So it's just in case. All right, so now that those have been explained, these are what we're going to fill today. And I have a lot more different things. So like we also have our expenses. These are my husband's expenses. Also got these off of Amazon. They have a cute little button and he puts his receipts in like he has there, but I fill it up every 2 weeks for him for his gas and his spending, but he chose to call it savings because he doesn't want to just spend. He wants to save for things that he wants to buy. So these are his two. I actually told him to get, 3, but he only wanted 2. And then these are mine. Mine comes with these inserts right here where I will put different things as well, like groceries, spending, the kids' allowances, gas, and back to the bank. So obviously I have a little bit left over there, which we'll pull out in a little bit. So these are the main things that I'm using to stuff with cash, and I'll be doing that every other week. And then I also have created an entire portfolio, if you will, of everything I need to see at a glance, and I can go over this more in detail much later in maybe a different video if you want me to show how I keep track of things. But to get right on into this video, we're going to start with expenses. We will just go ahead and count this so that we know exactly what we are working with. feel like I'm all set up here. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with all my husband. He gets 200 in gas every 2 weeks. These aside. I'm going to be putting you probably won't be able to see receipts to the side. Okay. And you'll see them when I pull them close. So he prefers to have his in 20s. All right, 5. So that when he fills up, he can just use 40 at a time. A little bit so higher. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, $20, 40, 60, 80, half a dollar. And oh my gosh, there's half a bill. I had 20s there. Did I have 20s there? Give me a little space. Might be losing here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. That goes in his gas. And for his spending, he usually gets 120, but he already spent some of his spending for this upcoming 2 weeks, so he only gets 40. So I'm going to give him 2 20s. As for me, I have, all right, groceries, and then spending right there, groceries. The kids don't freak out. Those are the 3 I'm going to. But we do spend $500 so we'll start every with 2 weeks. Taking $1,000 we did have in groceries left over every 2 weeks. And I don't know if just around 10, here groceries are super expensive 15, compared 20, to some of the people that I've seen on YouTube, so or maybe I just have a large family and they're teenagers, so they eat like teenagers do. All right, but so yes, for my $500, $120 is what we need to make it 2 weeks worth of groceries, and I just do those in 100s. A lot of times I just put it back in the bank and then do my delivery service so I can stay out. As far as allowances go, I have 3 kids. I give them $10 a week to do 1 chore a day that they all rotate throughout the house. And so $10 a week. My son has chosen to get his full 10, not in any kind of denomination, but my daughters wanted to have theirs in 5s. So 5, 10, 5, 10, but that's for 1 week. So I need another one for 2 weeks. So that's my son, my daughter, and my other daughter. So that's enough allowance for the next 2 weeks. And that should be it for all of mine. And these will go back in my wallet. All right, so let's get to the nitty-gritty. All right, so the first one I'm going to start with is a long-term vacation. As I said, we have a vacation coming in September, and we are just going to go ahead and fully fund this envelope because stimulus came and I would rather have my vacation paid in full than to have to worry about it. So it's getting $4,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2,000. It's really hard to tell if these are like 2 or 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 3,000. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So that should be 4,000. I'm not going to count it again. I feel like that would be redundant at that point. So 4,000, and I already filled out my tracker. So $4,000 vacation paid in full, which I'm very happy about. All right, we'll just go down the line. Holidays is going to get $10. And this is for small things like Halloween, Easter, not Christmas. Christmas has its own. It will get $980. 9,000. Good gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm doing that in a 50, a 20, and a 10. So 50, 70, 80. So $980. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 70, 90. 50, 70, 80. So that now has $980. It will also be getting $1,020 tomorrow, which will make it a full $2,000. All right, so for my son's birthday, we are going to go ahead and fully fund this so that his birthday is completely taken care of, and I am giving $250 for each child. So 1, 2, and 50. This is so we can get a gift, and if he wants to have friends over or go somewhere, we have the money for that. And so the same thing for my oldest daughter. She's also getting a 100 and then 3 50s. Fully funded. So I don't have to worry about their birthdays this year. So another 100 and 2, 3, 250. If I said 350 for my other one, obviously I didn't mean that. All right, so renovations is gonna get just $10. This is for an oven. I want to start saving for a new oven. That I've had my oven for 21 years, and it needs a new one. It honestly does. School is going to get $10 also. This is for back to school. We are homeschoolers, so we have to buy all the supplies that we need. Of course, if your kids are going to public school or whatever, you still have to buy supplies. But I feel like we have to buy even more, you know, because I'm also the teacher. But they do online school as well, so it's not as much as it used to be when I just did it myself. Electronics is going to get 10. This is so that we can upgrade phones when we need to, and I'm just going to fill it in sporadically. It's probably not even going to be close to regularly. My son's graduation, he will be graduating first and soon. So I want to go ahead and put $100 in to get ready for his graduation gift. So that's $100 in. And my daughters are not scheduled to graduate as soon, so they are only going to get 10 in theirs, and I can slowly build this up over time. and hers as well. Then we have their driver's education, which we need to go ahead and put $30 in. It's $30 for the online course. It's a full, like 90-hour course. But I have three really of driving age, so, or one will be soon. So they need to take these courses, so I'll need to buy 3 sets. So I just bought one right there. So I just need $60 more in there, and that will be completely funded. But then there's probably also other charges that happen when you go take them to get their license. I don't know. I'm new to this. I've never had a driver before, so we'll see. All right, so I'm going to move on to my short term. I need to save for this. So this is mainly for my husband and my son's haircuts because of the fact that I cut and color my daughter's hair and my own, but I don't do theirs. So they actually go somewhere to a barber and get their haircuts. So I need to make sure that I am always ready for that expense. So with that being said, it's going to get 50, which will be 2 20s and a 10. So it should be enough to cover their haircuts and a tip. And that will need to be filled in once every other month probably. So I have like 2 months to fill this up and then them use it. Allowances. Now this is so that I will always have a backup set of allowances for my kids. I never want to have something happen where if my husband didn't get paid a lot or something, you never know. I never want to have a chance where I can't pay them their allowances for doing their chores. So $60 is going to go in here, and I decided to do this all in 5s. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So that should be enough for 2 weeks worth of allowance. That's 1 kid, 2 kids, and 3 kids. A backup allowance, just in case. And I'll probably, if I stuff this anymore, it will also include like our spending money for 2 weeks too, just to have a backup. All right, so family fun is just like if we're all going to go out and do something like the movies or something like that, I want to be able to have an outing. So I'm going to start this fund with $10, but I want to build that up until we are able to go do something together. Fun. Pets. I have many pets. I have 4 dogs. I know you can't tell because you don't hear them, but that's because they're with my children. So actually 2 of them are right here, but they're asleep. And then I have 2 that are with my children. So pets, I have to get dog food. I have to get male diaper type things to make sure that they don't pee on my furniture, because that would really make me upset. But pets has to start being funded regularly. Right now, they are all stocked up of food and those male diaper wraps, and I won't have to buy that for a while, so I have some time to fill this up. So I'm just going to start relatively slowly with $20. Amazon, my addiction. I have to start a fund for Amazon. So for now on, if I want to buy something, I'm going to need money in this to buy it. I'm going to start with $10. I can get a lot of stuff on Amazon for $10, but it's going to be built up until, you know, I can't spend it anymore. Sam's. We go to Sam's every couple months and just do a big haul of things like toilet paper and paper towels and aluminum foil and plastic wrap and all that type of stuff, just stuff that will last quite a long time. And we just do a big haul. So I need to build this up pretty hefty because our next one will be in May sometime. So I'm going to put $70 in Sam's just to get this fund started. So 50, 70. All right, so now we have house maintenance. House maintenance is going to be for things that like need to be done for the house. So it could be anything from like an air conditioner filter or getting the air conditioner maintained or, you know, anything like that. So this is just basically for the maintenance of the house. And that's going to just get $10. Yeah. Yes. I went ahead and pre-filled these out, and I'm glad that I did. All right, so gifts is not that important to me because we don't really buy gifts for a lot of people other than mine and my husband's parents. So for their birthday or whatever. So I'm not going to like really focus on this. I'm only going to put 5 into gifts, but I'll build it up in time if we need a gift that's coming up. Clothing, of course, obvious. Clothing goes to us for whatever clothes we may need. I'm going to start that with a $10 fund and let that build up. Miscellaneous is, as it says, for miscellaneous things that I couldn't think of in here. I don't want to go, oh man, I needed this, but I don't have something and I'm going to have to take it out of gifts. No, this is that folder. Whatever I couldn't think of goes in here. Car maintenance. Now, there's a lot of stuff that we want to do to our cars before we go on vacation because we don't want to take that trip in cars that are not well maintained. So we're going to do a bunch of different things like a new oil change, rotation of tires, hopefully a whole nother set of tires for one of the vehicles, new windshield wipers, things like that. So we are going to put $250 in this now, but I want to build that up even higher. It's going to get $24, and that was put in backwards. 200 and 50. All right, so $24, and it's going to get 20. Way more expensive than $250. And if we want to do that before September, we got to start saving now. Date night, so I can have a little alone time. 22, 23, 24. Going to be, I think I just said 10. Yes, 10. All right, retirement. So with these, by the way, I just made a goal that I wanted to reach. And it was small goals by the end of the year. And I kind of divided that up by the amount of paychecks. So what I'm putting in here from our stimulus is that amount that I figured out from those amount of paychecks. So retirement is getting $7. Small goals. That's where I wanted to start with this because it's not immediate. There are other things more immediate than these things. Emergency fund is going to get $5. I think I just went with a 5 on this. Actually, I think the next few are just 5. Medical, $5. Ew, what? That's sad. That needed some medical attention. Okay, Rollovers, nothing right now. My son's savings, just gonna get 5. Gotta start somewhere. Daughter savings, also 5. My other daughter savings, also 5. For us. So mortgage is going to get 48, and that'll be 2 20s and a 5. Daughter's car, and 3 5s. Gotta start somewhere. So that's 20, 40,
Other daughter's
45,
car,
46,
5.
47, 48. And utilities is going to get 22, and that's coming from a 20, and 2 these are just not being used right now. Okay, last 21 2. All right, subscriptions, which this actually should be lower because I actually, in doing all of this, have gotten rid of quite a few subscriptions that I realized we don't really use or need. But I'm just going to keep it as is for now, and that's 18. So with 110, 15, and 3 1s. All right. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Insurance is gonna get 11. So it's going with a 10 and a 1. And yes, I know I said it while doing it backwards, but I just figured it'd be easier to do it that way and not have to redo it. All right, waste is gonna get 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Car, this is his truck, is gonna get 43, so 2 20s and 3 1s for a total of 20, 40, 41, 42, 43. Phones, our cell phones, cell phone bill is only gonna get $19, so it's getting, let's go down here. It's getting 1, 2, 3, 4 1s, 1 5, and 1 10 for a total of 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Internet is getting $5. Gas, this is actually gas, not utilities, is getting 19, which is 110, 15, and 4 1s. For 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Groceries is going to get $48 because you know this is a large bill for us. So 20, 45, 46, 47, 48. Spending is going to get $23. This also will include the kids' allowances, so that our full month of spending is here, just in case. School fees, which is their tuition, is going to get $5. And bank fees are only going to get $5, one-time bank fee. So this is just what I have not like allotted yet, because I wasn't sure exactly what the amount was yet when I was doing that. So with 20, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So we have a $50 right here. And because my priority right now is actually going to be our cars, which I think is in the short term, if I'm not mistaken. $5 one-time bank fee. So I have $250 in here for cars. And I'm going to add this 50 to make it 300. So now that's 300 towards our cars, because like I said, this is on a deadline. We are trying to get all of this done before September. So this is a good way to start. I can go ahead and do some things like windshield wipers. But anyway, so I'll update that after the video. But anyway, so there you go. I have now stuffed all 4 of my binders. I hope this inspired you guys, and of course I will gladly make a video showing anything else. But if you happened upon this video by some miracle, since this is a brand new channel and the very first video of it, then that's pretty awesome. But if you like this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and of course that bell if you want to see when new content drops. And if you want to see me do anything regarding budgeting, let me know. But as I said, I'm a beginner budgeter, so this is my first time and you can grow with me. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.